Don't ask because I have no idea what that just was. Dance like nobody's watching, right? I mean, it's just between us, right? It's just it's just me and you. I mean, you can go ahead and do something. I'm not going to tell anybody about it. So, if you're new here, good luck. That's all I'm going to say. I named the channel The Mad Camper because I was dropped on my head a couple times when I was a kid. So, I'm a little bit boopy doop. And it is pronounced boop be doop. Repeat it with me, okay? Boop be doop. Okay, go ahead and go like this. Boopy doop. Okay, yep, there you go. Okay, good. It's not Friday night, but I'm in a good mood anyway. I was thinking about it's 55 degrees right now in Minnesota. No, I'm going to do a video instead of mowing. I don't care what any of you say. All right, you guys keep bugging me. Get out there and mow, would you? Kind of bossy, but that's okay. We're friends here, so so. Are you guys ready for this? I don't know. You better sit down and grab a strong beverage. I'm just saying. All right, so we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna do this, and no, we're not, because we don't have 3 hours, right? If you've been with me for a while, you know that I take notes during my week in between videos, and I write down funny stuff. It's like, oh, that might be funny. I want to tell my buddies on YouTube, my very faithful viewers. Thank you very much, by the way. I've got stuff to tell you guys, but so we'll see how far we get, as per usual, right? Probably not very far. I'll probably get to like 2 things because I'm a blabbermouth. Now, first off, you guys, in all seriousness, I should probably get these bottles of hot sauce off my desk, like I was showing you a few videos ago. I used to make my own hot sauce. These are like 8 years old, but I'm still using them. I haven't died yet. First of all, you guys, in all seriousness, thank you. I'm not getting emotional. I'm choking. I'm choking up. Wait. I did get emotional in that last video, talking about a really good friend of mine at work passed away. And I took it hard. It's like, and I was kind of wondering this, people watching that video, it's like, well, he was just a friend at work, no big deal. But I got emotional in that video. But I was thinking about this later, you guys, processing that with Bill, it kind of brought me back to some emotions that I went through when I lost both my mom and dad to cancer, right? Both my brother and sister, lost both of them to cancer. Same thing I had, pancreatic, right? So it kind of brought up some of the same, you know what I mean? Kind of the same trauma in a way. So, yeah, losing somebody that you're close to, and Bill and I would call us, like good friends, right? But yeah, it's like, I don't know how to explain that, but it's like, yeah, someone passes away that even just an acquaintance, it's kind of like, wow, oh, geez, So, what I want to say though is thank you. Thank you. your outpouring of love and support on that last video, you guys, was incredible and really means a lot to me. And I was thinking about this, you guys. Here I go blabbing again, off on a tangent. But I was thinking, you know what? I'm really glad my channel is really small. I mean, there's smaller channels. I mean, but would you rather have a few close friends or hundreds of acquaintances, right? Would you rather have some people that, know you pretty well, or just, casual, hundreds of, so yes, this channel is small. And I figured out how to keep it that way. I'll tell you about that in a second. But yeah, the channel's small and I like it that way because you guys share stuff with me. So we're getting to know each other, and I'm just being honest, I feel close to a lot of you. All right. So MadPack, thank you very much. And you guys know that. So yeah, so I figured out how to keep my channel small and how to keep it from growing too fast. What you do is, if you're thinking about doing a YouTube channel, which I encourage, because it's fun, right? No, what you do is use copyrighted music, and it's my theme song at the end of all of my videos, right? She blinded me with science, right? Science. And it's not Thomas Dolby's original song. I found a version of it that is just, pretty much instrumental, and I liked the beat better, so I'm using that. But it's still copyrighted. But YouTube says, yes, it's copyrighted, but the artist will allow you to use it. But it still shows up as copyright, in my statistics, my analytics. I took a course in college called statistics. The teacher, the professor, was so boring. A bunch of us renamed it to sadistics. Oh, you guys, I got to go. I've got sadistics in 10 minutes. So, but what's funny is sometimes YouTube catches it and sometimes they don't. Right? So, and YouTube is listening right now. So we have to be really careful what we say on here, right? Full transcript, and AI is going through every word I say, So yeah, number one, keep your channel small, use copyrighted music. Number two, what was number two? Wait, I lost my train of thought. You guys got me off on it. I got to do this over. Oh, blooper. Okay, I'm going to leave that in. Boopy doop. What you do is you say in one of your videos, I don't want ads on here. I don't want you guys to sit through ads. And some of you, I've said it before, and a couple of you commented, we don't care, Jim. Just do, if you make a little bit of money on here, that's fine. We don't mind going through ads. Well, I mind. Don't you hate getting interrupted? If you're talking to somebody and they're constantly interrupting you, it's like you're
This episode of The Mad Camper has been brought to you by Michelin. Your safety is our priority.
Okay, it's not funny. Don't laugh at him. Someone go and see if he's okay, I'm not going to pull his pants up. Ew. You guys do it. But Ava, I was just explaining, not being interrupted, and then,
Okay, sorry.
well, so why the sponsor like interrupted me? Like, what's that all about?
We need to keep the lights on.
Well, yeah, we have to make a little bit of money around here. What's the checking account right now?
I think around $12.
Oh, geez. Okay, well, good thing we did that. Okay, so now we haven't we haven't even Ava, we haven't even made it to one of these yet. So,
Well, you better get to it then.
well, okay, I will. All right, now, what was I going to do? Wait, I had an idea that I wanted to start with. Wait, what was it? Wait, another blooper. Wait, okay, so repeat after me. Boopy doop. Right, but the point I wanted to make is, yeah, no. Some YouTube channels, full-time RVers, which I'm going to be someday if I get my solar panels mounted. um, some of these channels have sponsors, where they'll get sent a product and they review the product and they say how great the product is, and the sponsor gives them money, and they need that to survive. Well, I don't need that. I don't need sponsors. I don't need YouTube. Putting ads on here and generating income off of YouTube. I've got my budget figured out. Um, between, well, Social Security, if it's around, I hope. And luckily, I work for the government, so I have a pension, which is a luxury. Not many people have a pension, right? Do any of you have a pension? I would be interested. But yeah, this is going to be when I go on the road full time in my 30-foot trailer, that way, like 20 feet in my driveway. It's paid off. I just paid it off a couple months ago. Wait. Patting myself on the back. But I'm planning on leaving here debt free. So even before I sell my house, I'm planning on paying off my truck too. So I'm working hard on that. I'm not buying crap, well, that's a lie. I'm buying all kinds of crap, but this stuff is, that's all paid off too. But anyway, blah blah blah. The point I wanted to make is, yeah, this channel is going to stay small. I'm not going to have ads for you guys to go through. I'm not going to have sponsors, any of that. This is fun. It's going to be really fun for me to bring you guys with me when I leave the curb in my trailer that I'm going to destroy. I'll show you that. I've been promising that for a while, but you guys, to be honest, I'm not sure if I'll get to that before winter, but I want to bring you in there and show you. I was thinking about this. One thing on my list that, I'm thinking about doing a video, how to reduce the value of your trailer in 39 easy steps. And because I'm going to be ripping out cabinets and putting in wacky, So, but when I go on the road eventually in a couple of years, I'm bringing you guys along, and, I've got my budget figured out. Full-time YouTubers, full-time RVers that do YouTube and they make income from this, they rely on that income. Well, guess what? Newsflash, your views go up and down. It's not reliable income, right? So I'm going to have a very strict budget, and I'll talk about that later. That's on my list, actually. That's another video, a whole another video. In fact, this is going to be probably a whole nother video. We haven't even gotten to anything yet. But does that make sense, you guys? Um, yeah. When I bring you guys along and show you all the wacky stuff that happens when you're full time RVing, excuse me, where do I sleep tonight? I got to find a place to sleep. You know, um, what could go wrong? Well, I blew out a tire the very first time I had my camper on a trip up to Fargo. Did you mean like something like this? I blew out a tire the first time I had my camper on the road. But I was ready. I had tools. I had an impact wrench. So I got that tire changed in like 15 minutes because I was ready for it. I was prepared. But still, wacky things happen, right? So bringing you guys along is really going to be fun because there's no pressure. People that do YouTube for the income, man, I feel bad for those people. I mean, think about it. Oh, geez, now I got to do a really funny video and have lots of viewers and have lots of, likes and like and subscribe and, all that. And, they're like, they're, the feeling I get sometimes is people are desperate for like and subscribe, hit the bell and the notifications, and they have these really annoying little, subscribe things that are spinning, and no, none of that on here, so anyway, this is getting to be too long. But that's okay. We didn't get to any funny, like, I told you about my Chevy Chevette. I've had two of them. Okay, a funny story. We have to get to one thing, all right, on my list. So that orange Chevette that I showed you before, that was my first one. Awesome car. I mean, well, the engine and the drivetrain were awesome. It always started. It was a 5-speed or something, manual, loved it, So then I bought another one, a newer one. I hope I can find the photo and put it up here, but if I remember right, I'm wearing like cutoffs and I weigh like 110 pounds. You guys, I was a weird little dude when I was a kid. Well, that was in college. That was early college. So when I was going to a community college, getting my associate degree, I thought, let's get the general eds out of the way, and then I'll transfer over to a real college, right? So I got my associate degree, and you guys, just so you know, it was really tough. I worked really hard, but I managed to get my Bachelor of Science in computer science and business administration, dual major, computer science, business administration, because I thought I might start my own company someday, which I did. But I managed to fit a 4-year degree into 6 years. So I had a lot of fun in college. But anyway, so I bought this newer Chevette. It was a 4-door instead of a 2-door. I don't know why, but and so I'm on a date with Terry. She was so sweet. We got along so great. We had so much fun. She was just awesome. Anyway, we're on the back from a date, and we're on the way back to somewhere. And once again on White Bear Avenue, I told you last time, White Bear Avenue in St. Paul, and it's a 2-lane street, right? Well, I saw these orange cones set up along one of the lanes, and so I'm like, hey, I'm trying to act cool, right? Because I'm on a date, Hey, do you want to see something cool? Watch this. And so in my head, I'm thinking I'm going to slalom these cones. I think that's a downhill skiing term, slalom, right? Well, I thought I was going to go in between these orange cones. No, they were doing construction on White Bear Avenue. It was wet cement. So as soon as I swerved once, I went and I was up to the floorboards in wet cement. I'm not kidding. I was on a date and she's like, "Are you serious right now?" Well, actually, we were laughing about it, but up to the floorboards, like there was no, like we were like, international sign language for up to the floorboards. Luckily, a dude saw what was happening. He was in a big truck. I don't know if I told you guys like a long time ago, but I used to make fun of guys in big trucks, overcompensating for whatever, right? Well, I've got a fairly good sized truck now, but anyway, off on a tangent. If you're new here, are you still here? Like, why? But so he hopped out and he's like, "Dude, you need some help?" I'm like, does it look like I need help?" Yeah. So he pulled us out of the wet cement, got my Chevette back to the house, dropped Terry off, got back to my house. I'm like hosing down the cement off onto our driveway. Dad was happy about that. So you guys, I'm not kidding. That's not even this. This happened last week. Stuff that happened when I was a kid and like a teenager. I've got content that'll keep us going through 2 years before I get on the road and show you all the wacky stuff that happens when I go full-time RVing. Right? So thank you for being here. OMG. I'm serious, you guys. Thank you. Well, okay. Oh, say one more thing. Okay, wait. Just I can't help myself, you guys. Boopy doop. Okay, so wait. I proceeded to go off on a way tangent. I told a painfully long story about how I bought these roasted red peppers and I left them on the counter in my kitchen and I ended up with a puddle of juice and I couldn't figure it out. Like, is it fermenting or whatever? But so anyway, what is on my list is, you know what, you guys, I talked about a while ago. It would be fun if we had like not a contest, but like leave a comment and leave like ideas for the name for the dog I might get, to bring with me, I would love to bring a dog with me. Most RVers have a dog with them, but I'm thinking, I thought of a name, you guys, and I was thinking, Namaste. That would make a cool name for a dog, right? I don't know where Namaste comes from, but and what I would do is I would shorten it to, stay. Instead of namaste, it's a lot easier just to say stay, so come, stay, um, stay, okay, sit, stay, stay, come. That's not going to be confusing, right? But okay, it's not going to confuse the dog at all, right? But you guys, once again, We did not. I did not. I did not. So this was long. So I'm not sorry because I'm doing this for fun. I don't need the income, right? So I hope you guys giggled a little bit or something, all right? Because that's why I'm doing this. Thanks for being here. And I have to go. I'm not going to say what I need to do, but have a great day, you guys, and I'll talk to you later. Okay? Thank you. Bye. Science!